Good evening, everyone. We are going to start in 2 to 3 minutes. Let others also join. And today you have to present your project. Okay, so please prepare it. Like who wants to present first? Let me know in the chat box. And today you have to show it. No further deadlines. Okay, so let's start with the presentation. So Venkata Subramaniam, have you completed it now?
Hello. Sir,
Yes.
sir, I am outside of. Came to Chennai, sir. I will present after half an hour, sir.
Okay, okay. So please present it after half an hour. Right
Okay.
now, what about you, Hasini? Hello, Hasini, am I audible to you? Sushmita, Vishal, these guys response. Okay, okay. So after a few minutes, you can present and Hasini. Okay, Vishal has presented. Yes, yes, yes. What about you, Sushmita? Bagi, Bhavigada, Sushmita. Are you there? And why students are not joining? It's already 6, 7, and I can see only few students have joined. This is not good. Okay. Okay. So Hasini, let me know when you have uh, done with your setup. Okay. We are going to start with you. And after that, Sushmita, you have to present. Okay. Hello, Vatsal. Have you completed your project? Hello, Vatsal.
No, sir.
Why?
Sir, actually, I am busy in my sessionals exams of college, so I'm
Okay.
preparing for that.
Okay, okay, okay. Then no problem. Okay, so Hasini, Vishal, actually only we have to start it today, I think, or from yesterday, from tomorrow we are going to start with that. Okay, so no problem in that right now. Actually, I also want to take the presentation for these students who are remaining. So that's why I was saying that no more delay in that. So we are going to start with Node.js in the upcoming session. Okay, like tomorrow. And yes, Vishal, you can ask. Okay, Hasini. Which is the real base project we actually right now whatever you are creating is like for what you are learning, like based on particular tag. But in the sixth week, we are going to provide you a group project where you have to create a group, and in that group you have to complete that. Okay, so at that time I will let you know about that also. Right now it's like learning the stack and creating a basic project over there. Okay, so it's not like you can also append different functionality over there if you want to add it inside that project. So there is no restrictions on that. But on week 6, the project will be assigned to you, which is the major project. Right now, there are 5 mini projects till week 5. And okay, so after that you will get it. Okay, don't worry about that. I will let you know about this. And guys, please take this presentation part seriously. Otherwise, you will face the issue while we are going to issue you the certificates. Okay, so please take this seriously. Otherwise, I will not able to do any help of yours. Okay. So yes, now let's start with Subramanyam. Sorry, Subramanyam was outside. Who was after Hasini? Anyone who wants to present, like Mahalakshmi? What about you? Because I can't give you much time. I have to also see each and every project. And if I am going to waste time in these things, then how we are going to cover the syllabus which is there for the particular week. So please make sure that everyone has to present the project on Monday. I can give you more time on that. If there is an exam ongoing at your end or other any emergency, then it is normal. Okay, then I can take the time also for. But if no one is going to present, then how actually the things will work? So please make sure about this that from upcoming week I will not see the delay from anyone, and okay, otherwise there will be a problem for them to get the certificate because I have to only give the name at the end. Okay, so let me till then cover the use effect hook. Okay, so use state we have done. I'm going to finish this React portion today, and then we are going to start fresh with the Node.js in upcoming session, which is tomorrow. Okay, so 3 days we are going to take 2 hour session. Okay, like 6 to 8. So please be prepared of that for that. And for now, those students who are not joining, let them know that they have to join the session if they are your friends. Otherwise, they will not get any benefit from it. So let's start with this use effect hook. We have already seen. So is my screen visible, everyone? Okay. So we are going to, after this use state hook, we are going to see about this use effect hook. The use effect hook allow you to perform side effect in your components. Now the term, what is this side effect? Actually see, whatever you are writing in a component, it will be displayed to you. Suppose it is like a whiteboard where you are going to draw anything and it will be visible to the user. Okay, but some things are there which will be not directly visible, like timer. If you are having a timer in your code, then after a particular set interval of time, it will provide you the output for it. Okay, so it is known as side effect, the API fetching. Like you are fetching some data from your API, it is not visible to you, but suddenly it will rendered at your website. So these things are known as side effects, and in React, use effect hooks handle these side effects. Some example of side effects are fetching data, directly updating the DOM, and timers. Like I have already tell you about timers, there are some built-in function for that. Like set timeout is one of them, where you have set it the time in milliseconds, and after that it will be executed. Okay, so this is what we are going to handle through use effect. Now see, this use effect accepts two arguments. The second argument is optional, means it takes two arguments. First one is a function and other one is a dependency array. This dependency is a array which I will let you know that what is the work of this array. Okay, this dependency array. But right now, see, this is a must function. Like whenever you are using use state, you have to provide a function for it, which will be work under the hood and render something to your website. Now this is a code we are going to see that how is it working, and then try to execute it on VS Code. Suppose in this first line, what is happening? All of you are familiar that if we are using a particular hook, then we have to import that hook. So here in this, we are going to import it, like import use state and use effect hook from React. Now this thing I have imported, now I can use them in my program. So see how you are going to declare them. This is a functional component having name timer. At the top of this, what you have done, you have initialized the use state hook. Now this use state hook, what this line of code will do, that it will append the zero value to your count variable. Okay, I guess now it is clear to you that how it is doing that. It is initializing the current state of count to zero. Now after that, there is second element in this array, which is set count. Through this set count method, you can actually change the state of this count. Okay, this is clear to you. Now see this use effect hook, what this is doing. This use effect hook, the first parameter for this use effect hook is a function. So there is the function. Okay, and what this function is doing, that it is using set timeout, means after a particular time it will execute. So what is the time for that? It is 1 second. This is 1000 milliseconds. So 1000 millisecond is equivalent to your 1 second. After 1 second, what will happen? This set count will execute. Now, what is the set count? As you can see here, this set count is the method through which you are changing your count value. So it is changing the count value, like change the count to count plus 1. Suppose initially it is 0, then after the execution of this use effect, it will change to 1. And when this use effect will actually run, so it will run when you render something on your website. Every time you are going to render something to your website, this use effect hook will going to execute. Okay, now see, it is returning us what? It is returning us a h1 tag. I have rendered count times, means the times when this count value will change, it will provide you this h1 tag over here. Now see, we have seen that use effect has two arguments, and the second argument is optional. So here you can see we are only using one argument, which is the function, but not using the dependency array. Now first let me just execute this code, then I will tell you that what is the use of a dependency array. So everyone please open their VS Code simultaneously with me. Okay, so let me just see. Yeah, is opening. Wait. Yes, I have. Yeah, I have opened it. Here it is. In our car.jsx, we write the code for it. Everyone is familiar with it now. So what I'm going to do, I am going to just paste the code over here, which I have already explained to you that why we are using import so that we can import these functions from our React library. Okay. And then this is the functional component. You are all familiar with this now. And what is happening over here? This use effect is declared when it is going to execute, when you will return something to your page or when you are going to render something to your page. So what I have to do here, I have to export my functional component, export default, and after that this timer over here. Okay. Now I have exported this bit of code from this file to another file. So I have to import that there also, like import and the name of timer for this functional component. Now I am going to render it. Okay. Let's see what will happen. Now one change I am going to do. Let's try to change it to 2 seconds. Okay. Now what I have to do, I have to start my server. So just change directly to the test and to start it, npm run dev. Okay. Just do it. Okay. So let's see that what we are getting as an output. I have rendered 0 times, then 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. Okay, so this thing will keep continue. Why it is happening? Because you are using use effect, and use effect is actually after 1 second changing your time count by 1. Okay, but as you can see, this will not stop until we provide some condition over here. Like, are you able to see that after each 2 seconds, this use effect is again and again repeating its task? Why? Because every time you are changing something, it is rendered to your website, and whenever a render will occur, this use effect will get called by default again. Okay, so this is not going to stop until and unless we are going to create some condition over here. So that was the second argument, which is dependency array. Whatever we are going to provide in our dependency array is actually act as the condition on which we are going to render our website. So let's see about it. See, this is like no dependency passed. If I have to pass it, I have to use array over there. Okay, dependency array, this is known as. So see, if I have to stop that count on first render only, then I will append a empty array sign over there. Okay. Otherwise, if someone is using like use effect is using over there and they have provided these dependency elements over there like prop and state. This means that whatever is written in this dependency array, when user is going to change anything of them, like if user is going to change prop and if user is going to change state, then only this use effect will going to render. Otherwise, it will not going to provide the output. Whenever one of these things or both of them is going to change, then only it will execute. Otherwise, not. Okay. So now let's see that how we can manage to stop this at the first count. Okay. Like from 0 to 1, only then I want to stop it, not at the last. So for that, this bit of code is written. Here you can see the difference. Like after this 1000, they are using one more thing over there, which is this empty dependency array. Okay. So are you able to see the change over this code and that code? That here they are using one more parameter which is known as dependency array, and this is empty dependency array, means as there is nothing written over there, so on change, like it will just suggest the renderer that you don't have to render the site again because there is no dependency on change of which you have to execute this use effect. So let's see the output over there. So this is what we have done, appended it. Now let me just start it one more time. Okay. And then let's see what is happening to the output now. Okay, here it is. Wait. Okay, welcome to React class. I have rendered 2 times. Okay, only just 2 times is coming over here. As you can see, this is top up to 2. Why it is not rendering again and again now because you have used the dependency array this. Like here, I have used the dependency array, which is empty right now. So it is suggesting that don't re-render my website again and again. Don't re-render use state again and again or use effect. Okay. So this is how we are doing it. Now, there is one more good example. You all have to execute this simultaneously with me. I am first going to tell you about this. Okay. See this line. What is this line doing? This line is just changing your use state. Like here, you are importing your use state and use effect. Okay. Then there is a function having name counter. Okay. So this is your functional component having name counter. In this line, through this use state, count values initialized to 0, and this set count is what a method through which we are going to update our count. Now, in this second line, this calculation will be set it as 0 initially, but you can change it using set calculation. I guess it is clear to everyone. Now see, there is written use effect function. When this use effect function will called when we render something to our website. So see what this is doing. This function is doing what? Count and take the value of count. Okay, so initially the count value is 0. So we will get through this line, we will get count as 0. Button on click. Okay, when there is a button and when we are going to click on that button, what will happen? It will call my set count function. What is set count function? Here is my set count function, the second parameter of my use state hook through which I can change the value of my count. Here they are doing just change the count value to count plus 1. Okay. So this C parameter is actually referring to your count variable over here. So you are changing the count value variable by 1 and that button will be look like a plus button. Okay. And see what will happen when you change something. What will happen? It will trigger your use effect function. Okay. Because you have rendered something to your website. Now what will happen through this use effect function? Here see calculation initially is 0 because you have set it to 0. Now you have rendered this bit of portion on your website at first. So use effect function will get called. Now what this use effect function will do? It will set the calculation when means it is using the set calculation to change the calculation value. When user just click on the particular button, the count value will be incremented by the multiple of 2. Suppose if I run this command right now, it is 0 all over here. Like you can see count value is 0 and calculation value is 0. But suppose if I actually, just a second guys. Yes, you can see here what is the count value is 0. But I click on this button, see what will happen. The count is incremented by 1 and calculation by 2. Why? Because you can see over here, like on clicking this button, change count to count plus 1. Okay, that's good that they have done that count to from 0 to 1. But why this calculation is become from 0 to 2? Because see, this is using count as the dependency array. Means whenever this count change, this use effect function will get called. Okay, so this use effect function is doing what? It is just changing your value of calculation to count into 2. Means whatever the existing value of count is, change multiply it by 2 and set it to the calculation part. So that's why this count value is 1. So 1 multiplied by 2 is 2 and that is set it as your calculation value. Same thing is happening again and again. I'm just providing you this code in the chat box. Please try to execute it at your end. Okay. And then I will also execute it on my VS Code. Just let me see. Okay. So let me also paste it in my VS Code. Then I will share it with you. Just a second. Okay. Here it is. What is my name of this component? It is counter. So I have to export it. Export default and then the name of our component. This is it. Now I have to also export it. Here it is. Please try to execute it at your end also. Okay, in app.js, it's what I'm going to do. I'm here going to call it like count. Wait. Okay, what was the name for it? I guess it is counter. So we are using counter over here. And then here also this counter. Okay. And let's see the output here. You can see we are getting it when I am incrementing it. The count value, the calculation value is changing by the multiple of 2. Why? Because we have set it the use effect function according to that. So please try to execute it and provide me the output in the chat box, everyone. And give me 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, I am joining again. Just I have to join another meeting for 2 minutes. Till then, everyone please execute. I will check. Okay, no problem, Harsh. Wherever you are doing it, please provide the output. Okay, so now let me check that how many of you have executed it. Good, Vishal. Great, Abhishek. Good, Harsh. That's good. Why only these three have shared the output? What about others? Vatsal, are you there in the session? Vatsal, Vivek, what about you guys? Okay, so yeah, this is it. Now there is one more function which we use for effect cleanup. Now, what is this effect cleanup? Actually, sometimes what will happen that you are using your inside your use state hook, you are using some timers function. But suppose if the scope of the that timer function is done and they have done their work, then it is your responsibility to actually destroy them. What will happen that it will prevent the memory leak over there. Okay, so for that we use this clear timeout function over there, which will actually remove this set timeout function scope when the work is done. Okay, so this is simple. Like some effects require cleanup to reduce memory leaks, timeout subscription, event listeners, and other effects that are no longer needed should be disposed. We do this by including a return function at the end of use state. Now, see, this this is the your use state function, and at the end of it, on this return base thing, you are actually using this clear timeout function, and inside of it, you are giving the name this timer. What is this timer? This is the variable in which you are storing your set timeout function. Okay, so this is what we have to do. Now, see what is happening over here. You are setting the count value initially to 0 by this use state hook. Okay, and then I have rendered count types, means this 0 will be set it over here. Then this use state function will get called after you have rendered something to your page. After 1 second, what it will do, it will increment the count value to 1. Okay, here you are using dependency array. Empty dependency array means only one time the execution will take place. Now, after one time, this function has no work over here. So you can remove that from your code. Okay, then how you are going to remove it? You can remove it like using clear timeout and then the name of this set timeout function, which is timer. So what, in which thing it will help? It will help in memory leak. Okay, so it will manage the memory accordingly. It is important that we have to maintain our code so that it can execute in less time. And yes, Vishal. Okay, I guess my screen was not share. Okay, okay. So guys, you can also just open your mic and say it. Okay, no problem. Let me explain it what I was saying. That this is effect cleanup. We have seen over here. Okay, now it is visible, guys. I guess now it is visible. Yes, sir, it's visible. Okay, so see what is happening over here. You are importing the use state and use effect to from React library. Now in this bit of, okay, we have done it. Now in this bit of code, what is happening? You are setting the state of count to 0. Okay. Now why it is necessary to clean this, like you are clearing timeout you are using to actually remove the scope of this set timeout. Why? Because you can see over here in this code, this count is initialized to 0. Okay, now what will happen? It will render something to your page, like I have rendered 0 times. Okay, when it will be rendered to your web page, use effect will be get called after the render function. Now what this use effect will do? It will change the count value to count plus 1. Means from 0, it will change it to 1. And when you have done that after 1 second, and as this is a empty dependency array, means only one time this use effect will run. So after 1 second, this value will be changed to 1. Okay, but now this set timeout function has no use in this program because you are using this empty dependency array over here, which means that you want to only call this set timeout for once, and then this scope for this function will be destroyed. So for clearing this from memory, you can use the code like this: return clear timeout and then the name of variable in which you are storing this set timeout function. So as you can see, we are using here timer. So we have given it over here like clear timeout is just doing that. Okay, so if I'm going to run this, so I have rendered 0 times, and then it after 1 second it will convert it to 1, and then you are clearing the timeout scope over here. This is what this example is all about, and I guess it is quite simple and you have the idea about it. Now let's just answer this in the chat box with A, B and C. How many argument does the use effect hook accept? 1, 2 and 3. Just let me know about this, that how many arguments are there in this use effect hook. Okay, so let's see. Okay, Vishal is saying 1. Please read the question once more time. One more time. How many argument does use effect hook accept? Like arguments means parameter. So just recall that what type of parameter we have learned in use effect. Okay, I am getting 1 as the output, but Vishal not. The answer is not correct because we are using two arguments over there. First one is a function and second one is the dependency array. Okay, like here, as I have already mentioned in the first line over here, like this use effect use two arguments. The second argument is optional. Optional is means that you can use it or not. It's up to you, but it is there in use effect hook. Okay, so dependencies. Okay, but I was asking about this, like how many argument does use effect hook accept? Okay, so you have to answer this. So 2 is the right answer over here. First one is the function and second one is the dependency array. Okay, no problem. It's good that you have the idea about it also. Okay, great. Good, Vishal. Good, Abhishek. That's good that these guys are responding, and not for just only today, but from the starting of the sessions from day one. So that is good. Those who are going to continue, they will going to learn a lot, and also they will see the changes in their selves also. Okay, so guys, if you are giving their time to this internship, then please do it with your heart. Okay, don't do it just for the sake of a certificate, because if you are here, try to learn something. Okay, and that's only there will be a benefit for it. Okay, so this is what we have to done in React. It is covered now. Now we are going to start with Node.js. Okay, so first of all, now I am going you a brief idea about going to give you a brief idea about Node.js. That what is Node.js. So right now we have covered HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React. All these things we used in front end. Okay, like we have covered the front end portion. So but now we are going to see what is Node.js and how it actually make you use the JavaScript for the backend also. Right now, what you are doing, you are using your JavaScript language for the front end. Front end means whatever it is visible for you at the web page. But how under the hood the things work properly in the backend, that code is written with your Node.js, Express.js, these modules. Okay. Yes, Vishal is right. Like Node.js is a environment to run JS outside the web. What does it mean by JS outside the web, guys? Like, see, right now there are two sides. First is client side and other is server side. Client side means the front end portion, and the server side means the back end portion. So when you want to use the JavaScript for front end as well as back end, then you use Node.js. Means Node.js help you to use the JavaScript language for backend also. So are you able to see that how good it is that you are using a single language for the front end and back end also? That's why, according to a survey, JavaScript is the most usable language for the programmers. Okay, why? Because like someone have the specialty in backend, and some coders has the specialty in front end. But overall, they are using JavaScript mostly for creating the backend using this Node.js environment tool. Okay, so that's what Node.js help us to provide. Now, there are some things in Node.js which we are going to cover. Like, first of all, what is module? What is a module? Type of module? Common JS module is there. Okay, like we have already seen it. Then after that, what is NPM? Node Package Manager. It is a we are going to see that how we are going to install dependency through that Node Package Manager. So all this we are going to cover in detail. Then we are going to deep dive into some core modules like HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol, why it is used, how we can create a server for ourselves on a particular port number. We are going to use that library, that module over there. Then the path module, URL module. URL stands for Uniform Source Locator. Okay, resource locator. So we are going to also see about that what are the different components of a URL and everything related to that, which is important for the project purpose. So in the upcoming 3 days, I am going to cover Node.js from W3 again, because that is in a structured way over there, and we can use that for that. Okay, so let me just first, let me tell you that how you are going to install it, okay? Because installation is important. So if I go to this Node.js download website over here, let me just copy this URL. Those students who have not downloaded it yet, please try to install it with me, okay? So that we can continue with the Node.js session from tomorrow. Now I'm going to take the presentation also, but before that, let me tell that how you are going to install it. So this is download Node.js. Don't download the zip file, download the MSI file over there, install it. Like here, it will start installing. Node.js is installing. Okay, so it will take some time to install, depend upon your internet speed. So when this will be installed, you have to just open it. I have already installed it, but just giving you an idea that how you can do that. Okay. So please wait while it is taking some time. Now, the setup wizard will install Node.js in your computer. Okay, so provide next, accept all the agreements over there. Like I accept, tick on this box, go to the next section over here. This is showing the path where the all the files are being saved for you. Okay, so this is installing this Node.js to C drive, program file, and Node.js section over there. Just give next to it. By default, it is providing you node.js.runtime. So just install it also. Now automatically install all the necessary tools. So yes, automatically let them install the necessary tools to execute this Node.js server. Click next over here and click on this install button. Okay, so it will ask me for the permission because I have already installed it at my end. So before starting, let me see that where it is. Okay, so you will see this status will get completed after some time, as I have already installed it at my end. That's why it is not installing it again. Okay, so just do that at your end. Yes, now it is here. So I have to provide it. Yes. Okay, now you can see it is starting computing space requirements like for installing it. Okay, after this will be completed, we have to just do next and finish over there. Then it will be done. Okay, so now do it. And those who have installed it, that's good. Otherwise, please do that. Like I know that you guys have installed it, but those students who are not here present and is going to, yes, Vivek, sure, you can leave the session. Take care of your health first. Okay. So You can leave the session, no problem in that. Okay, no problem. This is good that he like in yesterday's session, Abhishek was having some issues. Still, he was there on the session till last. And as I can say, Vivek is there also. So this shows that how eager they are to learn. Okay, so this is good thing, and that's make you stand out from others. So this is good that they are joining uh, after having some problems. But few students are not joining the session. That's not good. Okay, so just click on this finish button. Now press over any key. Okay, so let me open my command prompt over here quickly. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to use node space hyphen v so that it will tell me the latest version of my node which is installed in my system. So here you can see v22.19.0. Okay, that means the node is installed successfully. Same for npm space hyphen v. Okay, so it is telling me that this is the Node Package Manager updated version which is installed at my end. So let me see the output from everyone in the chat box. I know that you have installed it at your end, but still for those who are going to watch the recorded session, I want that they can also install it step by step. So that's why I have told you about this. Now let's start with presentation. So let me know that who is ready. Venkata Subramaniam, Hasini, have you completed it now? Okay, good Abhishek. Let me check. Okay, okay, good. Okay, Vishal, I guess you have presented in the yesterday session. I want someone who has not presented the project of week 2 yet. Okay, that's good, Harsh. So let's start with you, Harsh. That's good that you are going to present it. So just share your screen. Let me stop sharing my screen. Okay, now you can share your screen, Harsh, and let us know that what you have created. Just unmute your mic also. Okay. Harsh, actually your voice is not coming. Hello, Harsh. Actually, I'm not able to hear you properly. Please try to rejoin. What about you, Asini and Venkata Subramaniam and Sushmita? Like, let me check that. Hold me to present. still not able to hear you, Harsh. Guys, anyone else is able to hear what he's saying? Uh, Harsh, you can do one thing, that please join from your phone also, okay? And try to just speak from that, because we are not able to hear you. Vishal, Abhishek, are you able to hear him? Okay, okay. So I guess there is a issue at his end. No problem, Harsh. If you can join with your phone, then good. Otherwise, with others, I will take the presentation because I can't see any response from Hasini and Subramanyam. Okay, Hasini, no problem. But please, from the next week, make sure that you can present it on Monday. Okay, because see what happened, that I know that you are facing some problem, but other also get the chance to show their project on next day. Okay, so that's why I want that everyone please do this thing, that complete the project up to Monday. Okay, so that I can check it on Monday only, and no further extension will be given. Okay, so no problem. So I guess we can start with Node.js today also. Okay. So I'm going to start with Node.js today because I don't want to waste the time of those students who are joining on regular basis. Just a minute, guys. We are going to start with that. I'm going to give you a brief idea about it, that what is Node.js, what is the architecture for Node.js. Let me just share my screen. Just a second.
Sir, presentation.
Uh,
I'm not presenting my presentation till now.
y- Abhishek, you also have not presented it yet?
No, sir.
Okay, so if you want, you can present it today.
Okay.
Okay, so please just share your screen and then start. I guess I thought that you have presented. Okay, that's good. So you can start with your presentation then.
I hope my skin is visible. Hello.
Yes, Abhishek. Yes, Abhishek, your voice is also clear and the screen is also visible. Good.
Thank you. Okay. Uh, Hello. Good evening. My name is Abhishek Singh, and my presentation topic is online examination system. And this is my interface, and there have a time of examinations, and there are marks of exams, and this is a navigation bar of a number of questions. And here the previous button, and here the next button for going to next questions. Also, you can go here using this, and this is
Okay.
submit button where we can submit our answers, and this showing my scores. If I'm getting uh, less than 50, then the message will be showing this, and if I'm getting more than 50, then I'm getting good message. Okay, now
Okay, good.
so now what's I need to explain everything in a web page, like where I'm getting 50%.
No, no, that's good that you have tell about the project. Now you can just let us know that like how you have implemented it, like the button section, the time left from where you are using this time left over there, like that you can explain. Okay.
Okay,
Okay, good.
so okay. Uh, here my file structures where I'm using component. Uh, in the component section, I'm using three components mainly for exam, result, and timer. And then here is my data folders, and in the data folders, this is the questions in the JSON format. If, I think they have a 20 questions,
Okay.
and now I think I can go yes examination system. In the exam component, here I import the use state and questions where I stored my questions. Here, and then some CSS and time components and result component. This is my functions, exam function, where I set the user selected answers. Here, if the user is selected some answer, so that use set is stored that answer, and then
Okay.
if
Good.
when user click an option and store it with these functions, then when the exam is finished, then user if click the submit button, that function will be worked. And
Okay.
this is the
Good.
return part where uh, this session is for navigation panel for the questions. And okay, session is navigation panel for question, and this is a timer uh, for 25 minutes. Yes, 25 minutes is a timer, and here, oh, okay, so okay, and this is a button sections for previous and next button section. Uh, okay, I need to explain that the logic also.
No. No. You. If you want, you can explain it. Otherwise, no problem.
I can explain, but not in a very good way because I
No
think
problem. Okay, okay. No problem. You can, if you want, you can try it for one function or one button only. Okay. That's how you are going to enhance and improve your presentation skill. So that's why I'm saying just try to do that. Okay. So you will be not hesitated again.
okay, okay, thank you. So this is the next button. If users click next, then the question number is increased actually. So
Okay.
exactly same I will doing here.
Good.
If the user is click, then it will be getting +1, means the question is, and
Yes.
then uh, and this is a style, means CSS part, and then
Okay.
this is submit button, uh,
Good.
and here the else part. If the user is click the submit, then then the result will be redirect the result component where the user getting the result, and okay, user getting and user is getting their results. Uh, and here I'm exporting the question because I'm importing the question because uh, uh, how can I explain? Okay,
Okay. No problem. If you want, you can also tell in Hindi. Okay. But you are going good. No, don't hesitate. You are actually explaining well. Okay. So that's good that you
okay,
want after submitting it, this page like this will come where you are having answers with correct answer over there and what user has marked. Okay. So,
yeah,
and it is also showing the score over there. That's good. A good project. Also, you are presenting good. Okay. So I guess this was there in your project. Yes.
yes, it is.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
so I can stop my screen
Yes, yes. If you
now.
want to continue, you can. Otherwise, no problem.
No, it's complete now.
Okay,
The
okay.
one thing is I don't think this time section is need to explain because there was just a react portion where
Okay,
I'm
okay.
says using some hooks. So it is done, sir. It is done from my side, so I can stop.
Yes, yes, yes. Good, Abhishek. Just stop sharing your screen. Well done that you have tried to present it today. Uh, and it is better than your previous one, okay? But still, you can present in better because I know that you have the logics as well as you are just bit hesitate while actually presenting it to by on others with respect to others. Okay, so just work on that, clear with your logics. See, while presenting in front of me, just do demo presentations before the session. Okay, so it will help. Like it will help you that how you are going to explain that particular portion to the user. That's how you are going to enhance that. Okay, so otherwise it was a good presentation. Good work, Abhishek. Okay,
Yeah, thank you,
Sushmita,
sir.
you can present. Just share your screen. Just don't hesitate, guys, because everyone here is for learning something. Okay, it's not like that they have all the knowledge about everything. They are joining this session because they also have to enhance their skill. So use this as a platform where you can just brush up your skills as well as your communication skill. That was the motto of this presentation session, where you can improve your presentation skill also. Okay, so yes, Sushmita, you can start. All the best. Actually, we are not able to hear you. Actually, many students are facing the internet problem.
I think, sir, they need to getting permission, microphone permissions.
But when they are sharing their screen, actually the mic was unmuted at their end. If they need permission, then there will be a cross over there, like the symbol you are getting at your camera. But they are not getting it. They are just able to unmute that, but the voice is not coming.
Okay, maybe there are
Yes,
microphone or network issue.
yes, yes. Hello. Now you can try Sushmita one more time. No, like see over their mic button, the access is not denied to them. They are able to just unmute themselves. But I am not able to hear you properly, Sushmita. Like your voice is not coming. Please check the audio connection and see, guys. Now you have to join the meeting on regular basis. So I will prefer you to install the team app over there in your system. Okay. So then this type of problem will be sorted at your end. And please check that have you given the access to your microphones over there? Like if you can join through Meet app, then it will be good. Okay. So Sushmita, as I am not able to hear you, so I think we have to. That's good that you have created, but actually I'm not able to see. Oh, sorry. I'm not able to hear you. So that's why I am going to take the presentation from you guys, those who are left in the upcoming session, which is tomorrow. Okay. Let me continue with Node.js till then so that we can save the time. Okay. So here it is. Let me share my screen. So first of all, Node.js. What is Node.js? How to install, why, what we are going to learn in this session, like how we are going to install Node.js.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Harsh. Yes, now your voice is clear. So are you using your phone or what, Harsh? How you are able to now get access for it?
सर फोन फोन से आ रही है आवाज आपको मगर उससे नहीं आ रही लैपटॉप से नहीं आ रही
Okay. Also, your voice is actually uh, having echoes. Like I am hearing your voice multiple times. So yes, if you want to continue, you can continue with the presentation. Otherwise, you have to give it tomorrow with others. So it's up
कल ही
to
दे
you.
दूंगा सर कल दे दूंगा इसको सेटअप करके पूरा सर
Okay, okay. And Harsh, I will suggest you to just install the team app over there. Okay. So
ओके
it
सर
will help you. Okay, okay, good. So just unmute yourself. Oh, mute yourself, and we are going to continue with Node.js, guys. Here it is. What we are going to learn, that how to install. We have already seen it. Core concept like module, what is module and what is event loop. How to build web servers, APIs, working with databases and files. It will be in the upcoming portions. And then after that, the deploying section. Now, the question is, what is Node.js? So Node.js is a free open source JavaScript runtime that runs on Windows, Mac, Linux, and more. In simple words, you can say it is a free resource which you can use to run JavaScript at the server side. What is server side? It is backend. Just a second. Okay. So in backend, you are going to use JavaScript to execute. It lets you to execute JavaScript outside a web browser. Outside a web browser means at your backend, enabling server side development with JavaScript. Build on Chrome V8 JavaScript engine. Actually, Chrome V8 JavaScript engine is a tool through which JavaScript is converted to the machine code. And this is actually what make it very fast. Okay. So it is also used by Chrome and other platforms. So designed for building scalable network application efficiency. So as it is making it very fast, so it is scalable and efficient for the programmers. Now, why we use Node.js? Because that Node.js help us to create real-time application. Actually, the architecture Node.js use is very unique. It use single-threaded architecture over there, which we are going to discuss over here, through which it make it efficient, fast, and as well as more reliable to create our APIs. Okay, so that's why we use Node.js. Now, it also helps in data streaming application, command line tools, server side web building. So for this, we are going to use it. Now, every one of you are familiar with synchronous and asynchronous term. Like synchronous means the work will happen in a sequence. After the execution of first line, the command will pass to the second line, then the third line, and so on to nth line. But in asynchronous programming, what will happen? That suppose if there is some operation which is taking some time, then it will be handled by your compiler or browser at the back end. Otherwise, all the code execute according to that. So Node.js uses asynchronous non-blocking programming. Means here the command will not block the execution at it. Okay, it will pass it to other if it is taking some time. This means it can keep working while waiting for tasks like reading files or taking to a database. With asynchronous code, Node.js can handle many things at once, make it fast and efficient. Now, right now, see this example we are going to cover, and it will tell you that how this no asynchronous programming work. Okay, so just a second. Yes. See what is will happen in this bit of code. First of all, here we are importing something like const fs. Right now, what we were doing for importing, we were using import, then whatever we want to import from the library name. Now, this is another way to import something. This is common JS import module method. Okay. Here in common JS, you have to import it like this. We are going to see that what is common JS and what is ES module and how they are different. But right now, this line of code is also going to help you to import something. Okay. Like this require function is basically importing this FS. FS stands for file system library to you. Okay. Now see what will happen. This FS variable or instance now have all the function over there which is there in FS library. So it is using one function of it which is read file. So fs.read file. Read file is basically a asynchronous function. Means it will stop, not stop the code to it. It if there will be having some time. Like see, my file.txt, there is a file, read it character by character. So for the character encoding, they have used UTF-8. If the file is there, then print me the data. Otherwise, print me the error. So this is what this line is doing. Let me tell you one more time what is happening over here. This read file is a asynchronous function. This is the file name, myfile.txt. Okay, read it UTF-8 means read it character by character. After reading it, if there will be an error, throw that error to us. Otherwise, print the data, whatever you have read it from the, you can say, file. Okay. So same thing they are doing here. If error, then console the error over there. Otherwise, console.log file.data. So whatever data is there in your file, console that. Okay. Now there is one other thing, console.log reading file, this run first. Now see what will happen in asynchronous programming. Like you know that reading a file will take some nanoseconds. Okay. So it will take some delay while you are reading something. So this asynchronous code will pass the command from this function to the next line. Okay. So it will pass the command from this function to the next line, which is console.log, and then the simple line, which is printing to our terminal. So this is a quite easy task, as this one is taking some time. So that command is passed to the simple method over there, which is console.log. Okay. And after that, when this file will be will be read properly and completed reading, then it will provide me us the output for that. So if I'm going to run it locally over here, you can see read file is actually coming over here first. Why this is coming over here? Because we are using asynchronous programming. In asynchronous programming, whatever time will take, whatever task will take some time, it will be executed at the backend portion. Otherwise, the command will be sent to the next line written over there. So that's what it happened over here. Like this bit of code has upper section in the code, but will be executed after console.log. Why? Because it is taking some time, and after taking it the time, it will be printed the specific output to the terminal. Like here, file content, this is the content of my file. So we are going to see about it in deep when we are going to learn about this FS module. Like here, you can see core module part is there. We are going to learn HTTP module. We are going to learn file system module. We are going to learn path module. Then I will talk you about this operating system module, where we can see about the cores of CPU. Okay. And how we can know about the architecture of our CPU, then this URL module. So these things we are going to cover in detail. Then I am going to tell you about the module basics, like what is ES module, what is npm packet.json, what is that. Okay, so don't worry about that. Now, Node.js requirement means before starting with Node.js, what at least you have some knowledge about, like what is variable, what is function in JavaScript, what is object, array, and EX6 feature, ECMAScript features, like you can say map function, filter function, spread function. You have the knowledge for that. So they have defined it over here. We have already idea of that. Now we are going to see that what is the like Node command line. Node just provide a powerful command line interface that allow you to run JavaScript files, manage package, debug application. Like you have already seen it. Like we were executing our JavaScript file uh, with node space and the file name. So that's what Node.js provide you, that it provides you command line usage. Okay. So this is what we have already done in our VS Code, that we were using Node.js to run our JavaScript file. Okay. So after this, you can also use multiple commands over there to check the version, to install some dependency, and to initialize a package, initialize a new project, update some dependencies. All that you can do in command line. Now V8 engine. Let's see what is this V8 engine. Right now, this portion is a bit theoretical. I just want to give a proper idea to you that what is Node.js, why it is fast, what type of architecture it will use, and how that architecture is different, okay, from others. Now, what is V8 engine? The V8 engine in Google open source JavaScript engine used by Chrome and Node.js. Okay, so this V8 engine is basically used with Chrome and Node.js. It compiles JavaScript to native machine code for fast execution. Okay, so are you able to understand that what this V8 engine will do? It will basically convert your JavaScript code to the machine understandable code so that it it may have the faster execution. Now, the origin, integration, and features. It is integrated originated by Google in 2008. Okay, this V8 engine is actually developed by Google's Chrome, and that was in 2008. The integration part, Node.js users uses V8 to provide JavaScript runtime to the server. Okay, so why it is fast? Because it uses just-in-time compilation, means converts your JavaScript code to the machine codes very fast. Okay, and just in time means immediately. Hidden classes, they use some hidden classes. Efficient garbage collection, because see what is garbage collection, that it will also help you to manage your memory. If something is there which is outscoped or not in use from a long time, it will track that also, so that it can prevent the memory leaks. Then inline caching speeds up property accessing by remembering where to find object priorities. So these type of things V8 will provide you, so that it will make Node.js a fast tool. Okay. So that's why Node.js is fast, because it uses V8 engine. How V8 engine helps Node.js? Because it provides us just-in-time compilation, have some hidden classes, efficient garbage collection, and inline caching. Now this is an important bit over here, which is Node.js architecture. What is Node.js architecture? Node.js uses a single-threaded, event-driven architecture. Now we are going to see what is this single-threaded means, what is this event-driven. So let me just know that, is it clear to you all that what we are learning, that what is Node.js? It is a environment tool where you can run your JavaScript for the backend purpose also. Okay. Then after that, we have seen what is V8 engine. V8 engine is actually developed by Google's Chrome in 2008, through which you can convert your JavaScript code to the machine native code. In which thing it will help? It will help in the fast execution of Node.js, like just-in-time compilation, garbage collection, okay, and other things also. So that's why we are using it. Node.js provides us command line property also, like we can use anything to execute, like node space index.js to execute our js.js extension files. Okay, so that's what we were doing. Now here comes the architecture. So Node.js use single-threaded event-driven architecture. Single-threaded means there are not multi-thread in Node.js. The every request can be handled by a single thread. But basically how it actually executes it, it executed using asynchronous type of programming. Means it will put other task which will take some time to the queue, and when it is completed, then it will be handled by the event loop. Now let's see about this Node.js architecture. See, these four things very important that to understand the architecture of Node.js.
Hello, sir.
Suppose,
Sorry for the
uh,
interruption, sir. Sir, hello,
yes, Abhishek.
hello. Sir, can you please explain that Node.js architecture explain means single thread that portion?
Yeah,
Uh,
yes,
hello.
yes, Abhishek. Yes, Abhishek. I'm saying that this single thread, I am going to tell you more about it when we are going to learn about this event loop. Okay. So right now, with single thread, just remember this, like Node.js is not a multi-threaded system like Apache. You have known about Apache. That is a multi-threaded system, means if a user sends some request, then the multi-thread system will access request time to time. Like if suppose five users are sending some request and there are multi-threaded system, then it will be distributed accordingly. But Node.js use this single threaded system or architecture. Single threaded means that there is only one thread which is going to actually compute your output, okay, and provide it to
means
the.
single thread means if the means uh, eh, मैं हिंदी में बोलते हैं एक
Yes,
साइड
yes.
से इनपुट ले रहे हैं और सेकंड साइड से वो मतलब उसी पाथ का इस्तेमाल करते हुए आउटपुट प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं.
No, actually that is pipeline. See, single threaded means like there are multiple users. Suppose we are clients, okay, and we are
Okay.
sending our request to backend, okay. So what will happen that at a particular time there will be multiple requests, okay. So what will this single threaded architecture will do? It will handle one request at a time. Those requests which are taking some time, it will pass it to the callback queue. What is callback queue? A place where all your, you can say, requests are stored one by one. And if they are taking some time, then it will give them the platform to just complete those things. Okay. Then it will
Okay.
pass it to again this single thread. Okay. And then this thread will process the output accordingly. Okay. When you will understand this architecture, then it will be more clear for you to understand this term single thread. Okay. So let's first understand this, then it will be clear to you. Like see, first of all, client request phase means, as the name is suggesting, client is going to request something from the backend. Client send request to Node.js server. Each request is added to event queue. Event queue is a place, like see, as I can say, at a particular time, multiple user can send some request. Okay. So that multiple requests are actually stored in your event queue. Event queue is a place where all the request comes and saved. Now this event loop is a type of loop which selects randomly any one request from this event queue based on their priority and see and check the request, that like is it a easy request, is it a moderate request, or is it a complex request. So what will this event loop will do? The event loop continuously check the event queue. This is the event queue where all the requests are there. This event queue check, event loop check event queue, and then there is multiple requests. It will pick up one request and pass it to the processor. Now see what will happen in this request processing phase. In this request processing phase, simple means console.log hello vansh. If there is some code written like this, then that request will be handled immediately by the main thread. Like you can see, simple tasks are handled immediately by the main thread. Main thread means single thread, which is the main thread over there, which is handling all the things over there. Okay, not multi-thread system. It is a single thread system. If the request is simple, it can immediately respond to that, okay, using that main thread. But suppose if the request is complex, then what will happen? Tasks are offloaded to the thread pool. Means it will be stored somewhere where in the callback queue, like this is the callback queue where those tasks will be shared, which is going to take some time. And then this event loop will check time to time that is there something which is completed so that it can process the output for that phase also. Like in this response phase, what will happen when blocking task complete? See, this block task which is there, here are the block tasks. They are sent it to the callback queue. Their callbacks are placed in the callback queue. So one by one, this event loop check the processor callbacks and send the response. One more thing, let me tell you that what will happen. As a client, you are sending some requests. Same at the same time, few other clients are also going to send something. Okay. So what will happen? This Node.js server in your system, this is right now, we are talking of our system. Okay, suppose at a time there are multiple requests in my system. Okay, what will happen? That request will be there in my event queue. Now there is one thing which is event loop. Event loop will go to this event queue and select randomly based on the priority of that particular, you can say, incoming request, that pick one request and send it to the processing phase. Now in processing phase, it will be checked that is it a simple request or is it a complex request. If that is a simple request, that it will be handled immediately and the response to it will be sent immediately. Okay, by the main thread, which is the single thread. Okay, then if that is complex, then it will be sent to the callback queue, where it will take some time to get executed, and then the event loop again check in this callback queue that is the task which was complex is being completed or not. If that is completed, then you will get the response for it. Otherwise, you will still check others options like event queue and callback queue and wait for the completion of that task. Okay. So this is how the architecture works. This is how Node.js work, and that's why Node.js is fast, because it checks time to time through event loops that how the things are happening in the backend portion. And all the things which are quite easy is handled by your main thread. So that is what single thread means. Okay. So
Sir,
are you able
sir,
to?
in the multi-thread, so what
Yes.
is the difference between multi-threads? Means there the users, uh,
Yeah.
in a
In
multiple
multi
users.
Yes,
Sorry.
in multi-thread system, actually what happened that you can perform multiple tasks at a single time, but in single thread, you can only execute one task at a time. Okay. And a thread is actually see, what is actually a thread? Thread is actually the smallest portion which is going to execute from a program. If there are multiple threads, means you can actually perform multiple tasks over there. You can send multiple requests and that request can be handled by each thread over there based on their priority. Okay. So
Means there were no blocking system. So complex system is also like, processed at same time, right?
uh, no, see what will happen. Like there, what will happen, like in multi-thread system, if there comes a complex request, so what will happen? It will block that particular thread. Okay, means where that request will be handled, there that particular thread will be blocked until and unless that particular block of code will be executed properly. Okay, so this is why this Node.js architecture is good, because it will not block the execution. It will pass it to the callback queue where it is executing at backend. Okay. And when it is completed, it will provide us the response for that also.
Okay, okay. That's good.
Okay. Yes. So this is what the main difference, like in single threaded system, we cannot perform multiple tasks at the same time. It must finish one task before moving to the next. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that's good. Now we are going to see about other example also. Okay, good, Vishal. That's good. And I guess now we can continue in the next session because the strength is very less. Only 5 people are there. So I don't want that those students who have no idea about it, that we have started Node.js, that they can also recap this through the recorded session. Tomorrow we are going to start with this module basics. Okay. Like what is a
No
module?
problem.
What are the different types of module? What is common JS module? What is ES module? Okay. Then we will compare both of them, which we are going to use in modern time, and what we use in traditional time. We are going to talk on them also. Like if we are using require to import something, then it is a common JS module. And if we are using import keyword to import something, then it is a ES module. This is the basic difference in between them. Okay. So it is good. that all of you are there. And like, I want to appreciate you guys, those who are regularly joining, like Vishal, Abhishek, Harsh, Venkata Subramanyam, and also Sushmita. So you guys are regular in the session. Also Hasini and others, 1 2 students are also there who are joining the session on regular basis. So this is good, guys. Please continue uh, like this in the upcoming session also. And also try to create the project on time. Like I can see Vishal and Abhishek, these guys has completed the project on time, but I am also talking about others. Please do that on time so that I can take the presentation on Monday. From Tuesday, we can start with our new stack or other thing what we have to do in that particular week. So that's why I'm saying you to just complete that till Monday. Okay. So thank you so much for joining, guys. If there is no doubt, then you can just leave the session and we are going to connect tomorrow at 6 p.m. and we'll continue from here only. Okay.
Hello, sir. Hello,
Yes,
sir.
Abhishek.
Sir, if there have been no problem, then session timing start is just 15 to 20 minutes later, like 6, 15 or 20, if possible.
Oh, okay, Abhishek. I will ask from management about it. Okay. If there will
Just
be no.
15 to 20 minutes, not more than that.
Okay, okay, Abhishek. I will let you know about this. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So thank you, everyone.